Hey, what's up, everyone? Aaron Prince here, and I am super excited to announce the release of Paperclip Desktop V1. It's been a wild Easter for me. Last Sunday was the day that Apple finally signed the applications. Codex actually helped me push through here, and long story very short. Paperclip Desktop is out. It all started, I tried to prepare this video a little bit, but forgot to open this tab, but it all started 2 weeks ago when I pushed my PR to Paperclip, to the main repo for the Electron desktop app for macOS, Windows, and Linux. Had some cool reviews here, a couple cool conversations, both with Dota and Devin Foley here. Who left some really great feedback, and they decided at the time that they were not ready to bring the Electron app into the core repo at this time, and the main reason for that was maintenance, ownership, and Electron wrapper across cross-platform installers, code signing, all that stuff, is a significant surface area to own and support long-term. And right now they want to focus on building the core orchestration engine, which is fully understandable. I was pretty bummed out, and I talked to Devin about that. And he pointed me in some directions, which I was very grateful for. I'm not an Electron developer by any means. But yeah, this is something that is these days quite easy to create. So I thought, well, what the heck, let's just do it. And I actually followed his guidance on this. We think this is real value, obviously, and we'd love to see it thrive as a community project, which is what I'm doing now. And I've published it as a standalone repo. What this means is that you can go to github.com/AaronPrince/Paperclip Desktop. I'm sure if you Google Paperclip Desktop in the next couple days and weeks, this will show up as the first result. And here it is. I mean, it's very straightforward. You go to releases, and you download, if you're on an Intel Mac, you download the regular release over here. And if you're on Apple Silicon, you download the DMG here. You drop it into your applications folder. And that's what I have prepared here. And just with 2 clicks, Paperclip is starting up. There's no need to go into the terminal anymore. There's no need to run a PNPM or an NPM or stuff like that. I have built-in automated updates. So, the application checks GitHub every couple hours to see if I've pushed a new release. When will I push new releases for this? Whenever Dota does a release on Paperclip, I'm going to pull that into the Electron app, into this app that you're seeing here. And it's just going to update that. And then you'll automatically pull in that, update. And I'm only going to do stable releases. Stable releases, whatever. If we go to the Paperclip repo here on code, you'll see here that they have a certain release schedule, the way they numbered them. And you can see that, at least it should be, unless a little release was done, but we're on V, 2026-403. And the last release here was 2026-403. So the Paperclip desktop app is not going to be any customizations to Paperclip itself. I want to make that very clear. This will not happen now nor in the future. The only thing that I'm doing with this repo, and my goal is to have this fully automated, perhaps run by Paperclip, just to have, automatically pull in the latest packages and then package that up into an Electron app, have it signed by Apple, and then do a release, and then the app will automatically update. But the main reason why I wanted to do this was also online and on the Discord. I saw a lot of people struggling with the terminal and the PNPM and what is all this stuff. I think that I personally have gained so much value from Paperclip that I want to give that back a little bit. And the easiest way to do this is to make it more available to as many people as possible. And I think that doing it with the desktop app is the way to do it. And now, especially with AI, obviously, Codex and CRUD that have built this for me and for you and for us. Yeah, this is the easiest way to do it. If you find any issues specifically with the desktop, the Paperclip desktop, feel free to open up an issue in GitHub. I or the AI agent team that I will be setting up for this will automatically pick that up. Pull requests, I'm sort of open to it, but again, this isn't going to be a really elaborate, like, oh my, a lot of changes. I am considering, doing a fork of this and calling it Paperclip Desktop XL or Stealth or something cool, Enigma, whatever, with some cool changes and little tweaks that I have used in my previous videos here on YouTube. If you're into Paperclip a lot, check those out. There's a lot of tips and tricks and hidden nuggets there about how I use Paperclip. And although my monthly budget for this project is $0 now, I've already spent $500. This is all Claude code, by the way, the max 20x subscription, but I've already spent over $550 on one project that I have, or one company, and I have 3 already, and I have some more planned. But with that said, that is really it. I do want to shout out the X community here. Dota, Devin Foley, you've really come through here. 110,000 views in 2 days is really significant for me, which I don't have a really big X following. Which is also significantly grown. So I'm doubling down on this. I'm working on a Windows build. I'm working on a Linux build. As you might know, with Electron, that is quite easy, quote unquote, to do. But the first priority for me right now is to have Paperclip work remotely. I saw Catherine's comment here. Can I run this on one computer when Paperclip is on another? And I personally don't use it that way. I focus on Paperclip locally, like on the same desktop. But I've seen a few people ask for it, and it makes sense to me also. Later on, when I want to run it on a server, a VPS or something, I want to be able to connect to that. So I've been looking for a safe way to do this, for safer way to do this. So I'm going to X out here. I'm going to give you a little preview. This is a nightly build, so to speak, a very, very beta, very, very alpha version. This doesn't automatically, as you can see already, the load screen has significantly changed. And now you're able to select between run local or connect remote. So you've already seen local, so let's go to continue. And here you'll be able to enter in a remote Paperclip URL. This application, this system that I've built, the remote is leading here. So you need to be logged into Paperclip on the remote end and have that session set up. The remote server owns the sign-in. Desktop does not store remote passwords. Want to make that very clear. There's also no, backdoors or telemetry in here that gives me any feedback on who or what uses this. So, I'm not tracking anything here. I have no desire to either. So that is that. And then you'll also be able to, so let's say that I'm going to do localhost 3100 for now. It's probably not going to work. So let's do 3200. Let's call it 3200. And I'm going to verify the remote. That doesn't work. It won't let me save, but that's fine. But you can actually connect and save. And then let me boot up local. And that actually just starts the local Paperclip like it does now. On the current release. And then here in connection, you can go back to the launch chooser and actually has a nice modal that comes over it that allows you to still then again connect to a remote. But you can also I can also show you the preview connections here where you can save multiple Paperclips if you have that running for whatever reason. It has full CRUD, so you can add, delete, create, read, update and delete, create, read, update and delete any of the remote connections that you have. I'm still polishing this up. I'm still testing it, and I want to make sure that I only ship stable stuff here for you guys because again, there's quite a demand for it apparently, which I'm very grateful for the exposure. So with that said, go to my x.com/Aaron Prince, follow me there. for updates there on Paperclip and all the cool stuff that we're doing. Again, this Paperclip Desktop is going to be a vanilla version of Paperclip. I stand by that, for that, and with that, because I really support Dota and the project that's going on. If you need any help, as usual, feel free to reach out either via X or here on YouTube in the comments, or wherever you see this video. Comment wherever is appropriate. Send me a message. If you need any consulting for your business, slight little pitch here. If you want more hands-on help, I've already been doing that for a lot of people too. Just send me a message there as well. If it's just a couple simple questions, I'm not too bothered to just answer that. There's no commitment anywhere, but I'd love to talk and work with you using Paperclip and integrating Paperclip in your business. All right. Again, Aaron Prince checking out, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Peace.